It has been a long time since I've done a legit long form Aldi shop with me and all of that. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do this morning. The ad doesn't look all that great as far as like the weekly special stuff, but I'm pretty sure I saw Christmas, you know, as I'm holding Halloween and Halloween everywhere. I think I saw Christmas. So we're gonna go grab the few things I need for the remainder of the week, see what all kinds of fun stuff they have, and then we'll do all the restocking and all that too. Here's hoping my iPhone actually records today, because it'll record, but then it won't give me the footage to my computer sometimes. So let's see how much we actually get. Now I've got my quarter in hand and a crap ton of reusable bags, including Halloween. I have to do that. And my store sweater. I love actually being able to take you guys with me to the stores, because especially Aldi, the prices are incredible. Like I think I paid, 65 cents for green onions, 95 cents for my celery. Everything is just fantastic. The quality is great. The jack-o'-lanterns didn't look so good today, but that's okay. I get mine from Sam's Club. They're double the size and they're only like $7. They're absolutely fantastic. But I've done the Aldi produce, the meat, you name it, I've tried it. Most of their sauces, their teriyaki sauce is actually our family favorite. And if I'm making anything that's Asian cuisine that needs a teriyaki sauce, I will take a trip just to Aldi for that specific bottle. That's the way that we feel about it. This is the grain, like not the grain bread, but their 12 grain or 15 grain. I can't remember what it is right now. That bread is so amazing. I love to make open face sandwiches. I still haven't figured out what I'm going to dip in that cannoli dip yet, but I'm excited about it, so that's good. Gwen tried the cheese sticks. She said that they're really good and that she likes them, so that works for me. I love this little section back here where they have the weird seasonal stuff, and they had a red velvet cake whipped cream. Now, wouldn't that just be a chocolate flavored red dyed whipped cream? Because a red velvet cake is a chocolate cake with red dye. So I don't know. But they only had a few items with the half off stickers today. I love getting their chicken tenders. I use those all the time. Their milk products are great. Eggs. Now these Swedish meatballs, if any of you have tried them, please let me know. I didn't pick them up, but I'm very curious. I do love IKEA Swedish meatballs, so I'm just curious if they're the same. There were so many throw blankets in the aisle of shame. I've got enough throw blankets, but they had so many, and they were like, the majority were Christmas themed already, which was great. But I was not prepared for how many throw blankets. And then if you still need Halloween candy, it is packed in there with Halloween candy at great prices, as well as still some more of the Halloween stuff. Someone brought their dog. I was surprised. There was a cute little dog. I had to say hello. Aiden's hopping in the car. He just turned the cart in, so we just have our quarterback. Shove that back in the car, and we are ready to go home. Home from Aldi. That is one of my favorite Halloween bags. The little monster needs some candy. I carry this actually so the kids can dump their bags and make them lighter. And this is just that, I always bring that. I love it. But I'm going to unload all of these bags and show you what we got. Before I unload those, I have two Publix items. Just a really huge baguette to go with tonight's soup and some caramel sauce for tonight's dessert, because I could not find a single thing of caramel sauce in Aldi. Gonna go through it real quick and explain what everything's for, if it actually has an already intended purpose. Dinner tomorrow night, I'm making crock pot mashed potatoes. It's so easy. I'll walk you through that in a minute. Onions, because I'm completely out, which never happens, but I'm making soup tonight. Need that. This is for tonight's dessert. I'm going to make a platter that almost is like apple nachos. I'll show that. Really just want to try these. Need some more bread. Gwen has been asking for cheese sticks, and I keep forgetting them in the other stores, and she's never had this brand, so I hope she likes them. My husband loves to snack on spicy cheese, so I saw this, and I was like, we're going to try that. Love to have spooky nuggets on hand this time of year. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. Lunchbox, just a random kid dessert thing. It's Neapolitan flavor, not pumpkin, so my kids are fine with this. We have soup tonight that I'm using the bone broth for, and then this one is for the crock pot mashed potatoes. I was completely out of parsley, and look at how much is missing out of this container, and this was the highest filled one. That's kind of like a ripoff, but I needed it, so I bought it. Cheddar Bay biscuits were on a much better sell than any other store, so I grabbed them. This milk I love. It's like the Fairlife. My daughters love this. I just want to try cannoli dip, to be honest. That's Aiden's lunch. Chocolate chips are for the apple nachos. These are for my dogs. I had to. I did bring them home. I got the chicken for tonight's soup, carrots, celery for the soup, green onions are for tomorrow night's dinner, plus I just love to have these on hand. Over here, I got 2 packages of the tilapia. The 50% off stickers, I always look for those. No, it does not mean there's anything wrong with this fish. It even goes to the 16th. I just either have to use it or freeze it faster than I normally would. And you could find the 50% off stickers all over. There was a few in the bakery items today. I've seen them on a lot of different items. It's not just meat. I'm gonna get all this put away and then I will walk through a few of the different items. Outdoor freezer to put this stuff away. Chicken, ice cream pops. We just went to dinner last night for my husband's birthday, so there's containers where they shouldn't be, making it where it's gonna be hard for me to put everything away. But I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna put Connor's snack cheese in the kids' drawer for now. I need this for dinner tonight. I'm gonna keep the fish in the fridge just until I know if Connor wants it tomorrow night or freeze it. Put that up there for now. Carrots, celery. These I actually need to keep out. Milk. I'll put these 2 right here until I can clean this out, and then I'll slide Aiden's calzone in there just for now. My favorite way to store green onions, I'll take a jar. I just like the cold refrigerator water. You don't have to do that. If yours have bands on them, little rubber bands, cut those off. But take your green onions, take the root side, and put them in the water like that. I'm out of quart-size Ziploc bags, so I would be using one of those. But for right now, until I go to Walmart, the best thing to do is take a bag and put it over them. Yeah, this one's gonna be too small now that they're all puffed out. So see, if this was a quart-size bag, it would make a lot more sense. But you shove them in there, and then the bag goes down here and it holds all the condensation and everything in there, and it just keeps them fresher longer. But I'm gonna switch it out either tonight or tomorrow. And then I just pop this in my fridge, usually right here in the door. Just keep it there. Put that further back in there, but just like that. I meant it when I said I was completely out. So I had to buy them. Completely out. So I had to buy them. Yeah. That's not even near what I normally get, but it'll work. Want what mommy bought you? You want to try one? Hunter, want to try one? Come here. Now, it does say that these are supposed to be a chew, and it's got like all the treat info. So I'm hoping that that's actually the case. We're gonna find out. I know you're excited. Look at you. Oh, that's cute. It's a bat. That's adorable. There's a ghost. There's 2 of each item in this bag. Look at the pumpkin. You can have your bat. Go ahead. Okay, he's got the bats, so I'm gonna give Hunter the ghost. Oh, yeah, he's like actually chomping on that thing. Mako, you could hear the chomping. Those things are hard as a rock, but he's having a good time. I gotta put the produce away. But while I'm holding these, if you've never done crock pot mashed potatoes, because I won't have this video still running tomorrow night, all I'm gonna do is take this entire bag. You can half it if you want to. I'm gonna take this entire bag and I'm gonna put them peeled, cut, and put them in my crock pot with a full, what is it, 2 cups? I think it's 2 cups of chicken broth. And you leave them in there for either 3 to 4 hours on high or 7 to 8 hours on low. Drain it. You're supposed to drain it. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, depend on the liquid content. but then you mix it up and mash it up like normal mashed potatoes, but you didn't have to worry about the pot. I'm not gonna be home, which is why I'm doing it this way. But you can do the cooking part of the mashed potatoes in the crock pot. And there's also a way, you can look it up on Google, to do ones that don't have to be drained. That's why my numbers are getting wrong, because I have one that you have to drain and one you don't. And the one you don't, it matters the number of the liquid. Flat out matters. The other one, I could fill that entire thing all the way up if I want to with liquid, because I'm gonna drain it off anyways. But you can look that up, one that doesn't have to be drained versus one that has to be drained. The apples away. I'm using all but this, and I've got a bunch of crap to put away. I will, but I'm putting everything literally right in the front because I'm using the majority of it tonight anyways. I didn't get any like strawberries, blueberries, any of the produce like that because it's out of season for that. So the prices are a little higher, and my kids, they didn't eat a whole lot of it towards the end of season. So I don't have any like produce or anything like that to wash until the day of. Like I'll wash the potatoes tomorrow when I'm gonna cut them and peel them and the whole 9 yards. And then the carrots and celery, I will do that later this evening when I make tonight's dinner, because I'm going to make chicken noodle soup, and I will show that as well as the nachos, since almost every single thing is Aldi. I'll go ahead and show that tonight, and then that'll probably be where I end this one. While I was there, I did try to get the flyer that's in the front to show you what next week's is. Mine did not have any of their flyers, but I could show you on my phone. That is legit Christmas right there. Like there's throw pillows for Christmas. We are still 2 weeks off, a little more, like a day I think, off from 2 weeks till Halloween, and next Wednesday is Merry Christmas in Aldi. But they also have all of their baking stuff. That's some good items to look at. I get a lot of my baking sheets and stuff from Aldi, and they've held up very well. My gold baking sheets and my purple ones that are up there, I've had those cookie sheets for 3-4 years now, maybe even longer, and they're still absolutely perfect. I'm gonna use my pumpkin pot for the noodle soup tonight. I have a bunch of stuff to cut, but this does take a while to heat up, so I'm just gonna turn on like a little lower just to start getting that hot. I've done a million different chicken noodle soup recipes. This is just the most basic one, and it seems to be the one my family loves the most. Like when I go full-blown crazy, put lemon in it and turmeric and all the stuff for like sick days, they complain a little bit. So we're just going basic. I always do 2 stalks of celery, 4 carrots, and an onion. I use the yellow onion, that just gives the best flavor. You use whatever onion you want. You can also use shallot for a milder flavor, or the whites of a green onion. You can use that too, and it's even more mild. Wash it all, peel these, and then I'm gonna show you how to cut these into little pumpkins. And we're just gonna cut this really small, cut this really small. That is a very, very potent, very mean bag of onions. Oh. And you wanna cut this into pieces that are gonna be about the same size to cook. Now, I don't do the really thin parts into carrots, into pumpkins. I will just leave those in circles. For these, I like to use a smaller knife so I got a little better control. And you're trying to make a stem. So you're gonna cut down into the carrot, just a little bit. And then you're gonna kinda cut a triangle out of one part. Then that middle is gonna be your stem. So you're gonna go on the other side of it, cut down, and then cut a triangle into that side, just until you get it to pop out. But don't cut too deep, because then you'll cut your stem off.
Mommy, I have a better way.
See? So you'll take the little matchsticks. If you want to, you can cut those up, add them to your soup so you're not wasting anything. A pumpkin shape. You can round these off too. I do that sometimes. It's not that difficult. You just kind of just take your knife and take the top little part off. See? And then cut this into slices. See? There's your pumpkin, carrot, and then you just do all the rest of them like that. Second round look much better. I shaved the sides a little bit further. Yeah, they're so cute. It's gonna take a while for those vegetables to cook down. Once they do, I just add some garlic. You could do garlic powder or actually granulated garlic. Cook that for about a minute. Then you're gonna put in your broth, whatever broth you want. I use 2 boxes of this. I only bought the one today because I already have one in there. But you use 2 boxes of this. Bring that up to boil. Put your raw chicken in. If you're not using raw chicken, go ahead and put your rotisserie chicken in. These are what make it Noodle Soup. I showed you these in the store today. It took me forever to find them because they released them late this year. But you can skip doing the carrots if you want to in the pumpkin shape because there are jack-o'-lanterns in here. You can do it just the noodles as the Halloween part and it works just great. I will boil these according to package separate. I do not cook my noodles in my soup because then they get gross. I also serve them on the side. I put the pasta in the bowl, then the liquid and all the stuff on top of it to keep them from getting gross. I do that with every chicken noodle soup or soup that has noodles. But yeah, other than some seasonings, we're good to go. I will put the recipe in the description box down below and I'll show you the soup when it's done. The noodles do lighten in color when they cook, but they still are really good and they hold their shape. And then my soup, it's got everything in there. I put the noodles on the bottom and then I stir it up, but I don't put the noodles in it like I said. But that's just what the soup ends up looking like. I forgot to catch the dessert before my kids started touching it, but it's the apples that we bought today, the chocolates that we got, sprinkles, all that just cut really thin. I call it caramel apple nachos, but it's just like crazy sugar on apples, but my kids love it. But this is why I made the soup and I made those apples, specifically the apples because he talks about a caramel apple lady. So that was what that was for. And then the soup, it just kind of generic Halloween. So our movie for tonight. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this one. If you guys want more Aldi shop with me's and all of that, let me know because I used to do a whole lot more of them and I just don't really know why I fell off. With the holidays coming, they're gonna get a lot more really fun stuff each week. So just let me know. Otherwise, it's movie time. I'm hungry. I'm gonna go ahead and thank you guys so much. If you enjoyed it, subscribe, thumbs up, all that. I'll see you next one. Bye guys.